The Children with Hollow Black Eyes. A true story. It sounds like something invented to scare you, but the people who've seen them insist it's real. Reports from across the world describe the same encounter. Children who appear normal at first glance, until you look into their eyes. A man sat alone in his car late one night in the late 1990s, parked outside a movie theater. It was quiet, too quiet, and then came a knock on his window. Two boys stood there. They looked like ordinary kids, maybe 10 or 12 years old, but something about them felt off. When the man rolled down the window slightly, one of the boys spoke. His voice was calm, flat, almost rehearsed. "Can you give us a ride?" the boy asked. "We need to get home." The request seemed simple, but the man hesitated. A sudden, overwhelming fear washed over him, strong enough to make his hands shake. He couldn't explain it. There was no threat, no aggression, just a feeling that something was deeply wrong. The boy spoke again, this time more firmly. "Let us in." And that's when he saw their eyes. Solid black, no whites, no pupils, just endless darkness staring back at him. The man panicked. Every instinct screamed at him to leave. He refused. And in that instant, the boys' demeanor changed. Their polite tone vanished, replaced by something colder. Their voices became demanding. "Let us in." The man drove away. As he glanced in his rearview mirror, they were gone. That encounter became one of the first widely shared accounts of what people now call black-eyed children. But it wasn't the last. Across different countries, different years, strangers began telling nearly identical stories. Most encounters happen at night. A knock at the door, a quiet voice asking to come inside. Witnesses say the children always ask for permission, they never force entry. At first, they seem polite, soft-spoken, calm. But the longer they're refused, the more their behavior changes. Their tone becomes urgent, demanding. And then there are the eyes. Witnesses describe feeling overwhelming dread, so powerful it feels physical. Some say they freeze, unable to move. Others report strange side effects. Phones stop working, lights flicker, the air feels wrong. In rare cases, people claim they let the children inside. What happens next is unclear and often inconsistent, but many of those people later reported illness, misfortune, or worse. Despite dozens of reports, there's no official explanation, no confirmed identities, no evidence that fully explains what they are. Skeptics argue it's an urban legend, a story that spreads because it taps into something deeply human, fear of the unknown. But believers point to the consistency, the same behavior, the same words, the same eyes. And one detail stands out above all others. They don't break in, they don't chase, they ask. Always calm, always polite at first. Because whatever they are, they need permission. And that may be the most disturbing part of all, because it means you have a choice. So, if there's ever a knock at your door late at night, and a calm voice asks to be let in, what would you do? Thank you for listening. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more terrifying tales coming weekly. If you enjoyed this story, I have many more available in paperback worldwide on Amazon, Beyond the Campsite and Beyond the Campsite 2 a trail too far.